2 matches signed for TakeOver, one hell of a UK Championship match, the return of Dakota Kai, but personally, I'm going to take from tonight the fact that Jobberelli and Gimmick Lost are out of the Dusty Tag Team Classic. Let's talk about NXT. What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz, Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check, here with your NXT review for March 14th, 2018, and yeah, like I said in the intro, one hell of an NXT tonight. A little bit of something for everybody, really, but as is the case, gotta stop, gotta do the house cleaning, it is what it is. I want to send a shout out to Train Holland, the winner of probably the largest pay-per-view pick'em I've done since I started doing that particular contest. He, of course, won the pay-per-view pick'em for TakeOver, so congratulations to him. Anybody going to the WWE house show in Toronto, March 23rd, part of the Road to WrestleMania tour, hope to see you guys all there. But more importantly, here in Mississauga, come out to the Destiny Wrestling Icons show that's coming out Sunday, April 29th. There's a double main event. Pete Dunne versus Marty Scurll for the Destiny Championship, and Mustache Mountain, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate and Trent Seven taking on the team of Destiny's Josh Alexander as well as Sami Callihan, you know, the man with the bat, as it were. It used to be Mick Foley, it used to be Sting. Now it's Sami Callihan, who I've never seen live and have seen very little of on television. Also, they still haven't announced her opponent, but Deonna Purrazzo is also signed for the event. If you're checking out this this channel for the first time, please check out the playlists up in the annotation up above. I got reviews for NXT, I got reviews for 205 Live, I got my Off the Cuff series, which is of any other random topic that doesn't fall under any other category, and of course I've got the Q&A. The next Q&A is coming out the week of WrestleMania. Let's get into NXT this week. We haven't heard anything yet about that new title we're getting. You know, there's a lot of new conversation about new titles. Certain people need to climb the ladder to get those titles, and we'll talk about those later on. You know, titles on NXT, titles on 205 Live after WrestleMania. Haven't heard anything about that yet. Trying to avoid the spoilers because I do want to be somewhat... I mean, we know the match we're getting at TakeOver, the 6 guys, and you know, 2 of them are new, and there's a new belt involved and all that sort of thing. But none of that tonight. We have 2 more two more tournament matches in the Dusty Classic. We've got Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne for the UK Championship. I do have to say about the UK Championship, and this is a bit of a nitpick, why am I supposed to believe that anybody not from the UK would be gunning specifically for that belt? When the new belt comes, it'd be a different story, because I don't want to be a pain in the ass, but there's a lot of people in WWE from North America, let's just put it that way. But we got SAnitY versus Jobberelli and Gimmick Lost, and this makes me smile a lot. SAnitY out in full force, which is nice, because we haven't seen it a whole lot. I wish we saw Eric Young in more singles matches, I really do, because as you guys know, I've been a fan of Eric Young longer than I've been a fan of anybody else, just because I watched him in TNA back when TNA was worth watching. But Eric Young and Alexander Wolf are doing the tag team thing. Killian Dane's been off doing his own thing. He had his sort of mini feud there with Aleister Black, and I'm hoping that Nikki Cross will get into the title picture soon. We're going to talk about the women's title picture later on, but they're all out in full force tonight for the first round of the Dusty Classic, which is nice. Wolf and Gimmick Lost start the match. They trade some punches, they trade some kicks, collar and elbow tie and a back elbow by Wolf. Loud, 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 glorious, you might say. Tino sucks chants ringing throughout center stage. Jobberelli and Gimmick Lost fight amongst themselves for a while. Right hands for both and a lariat by Young. Shoulder tackle and a scoop slam and a savage elbow by Young. Eric Young. And I mean, we know we talk about Velveteen Dream, and we talk about Shawn Michaels, and we talk about Kairi Sane with the insane elbow, but Eric Young's got a pretty fucking sick elbow drop himself, so credit to him for that. Nikki Cross with the crossbody on Jobberelli, back suplex neckbreaker combination by Wolf and Young, get the win for SAnitY, and they advance. So if my memory is correct, Jobberelli, Gimmick Lost, and TM Nobody Gives a Fuck are all out of the Dusty Classic. Spaz is a happy kid. Ciampa comes out and cuts a promo that's not a promo. He comes out to loud Johnny chants to no music with the, I actually don't recall whether he had the crutch with him tonight or not. He's doing the whole mic to the mouth, watch everybody boo, mic to the mouth, watch everybody boo, and leave again. He is literally doing a better heel job of Jarrah trolling. Now, on the one hand, this is awesome. On the other hand, it could get old at any minute, because we did see from last week the Let's Go Johnny chance did get met with a couple people in the crowd with Johnny sucks, and towards the end, when we realized how good he was being, people were chanting for Ciampa, chanting the Psycho Killer and all that sort of thing. So it's cool for now. It gives the audience at home, like us watching on TV and whatever, an idea of what the people in the arena feel about what he did to Johnny Gargano. But like the Jarrah trolling thing back in the day, it could lose its luster really quick. I hope it doesn't, but it is what it is. People are really high on Lacey Evans. I have nothing against Lacey Evans. The gimmick that she's in right now, the sort of the military pinup thing, I don't know why that's a gimmick. I mean, I get that she has some legitimate military background and all that, and all due credit, I'm not an American, but all due credit to her for serving her country and all that. Never take anything away from somebody, but as a gimmick, you know, Sergeant Slaughter back in the day, Sarge Melendez in TNA with the one leg was pushing it. I don't know what it serves in this context. We know that on house shows there's been her and Wesley Blake and somebody else, and Gunner from TNA have formed a faction, and it doesn't look anything like this. We haven't seen it on TV yet. I don't know why they're not doing that. More importantly for me is this match marked the return of Dakota Kai, who hasn't been seen since she was destroyed by Shayna Baszler. Commentary does a great job of telling that story. We got Lacey Evans versus Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai, a.k.a. Bayley, done right. It's a pretty quick match, and it makes me smile a whole bunch. Trip by Kai, arm drag and a takedown by Evans, knees to the elbow by Evans. Commentary does a great job of reminding us that Shayna Baszler destroyed the arm, destroyed the elbow with that wicked stomp thing that she does. Dragon Sleeper armbar combination by Evans, but Evans gets really cocky. Dakota Kai reverses it into a roll-up and gets the quick win, which makes me happy, and then Evans fucks off real quick because the story goes on to, no offense, more important people. Out comes Shayna Baszler, and Dakota Kai, realistically speaking, looks like she's going to crap her tights, which is good because this is the girl that mangled her. But what I love, and even more than the commentary telling the story about, you know, how she injured her and how she's just come back and whatever, the crowd in NXT at the, center stage, did a really good thing here, because they booed, but they booed like an angry boo. Like every single one of them in the arena was a friend of Dakota Kai, like, hey, don't fuck with my friend. They gave her a very, very small, a very, very downsized version of the reaction that they're giving to Ciampa for what he did to Johnny Gargano. The fans here, and I'm sure it'll happen at Full Sail as well, hope it happens when they go to house shows, etc. But the crowd is really starting to own certain superstars, like, nobody's getting up out of the crowd and hopping in the ring or anything like that, but you get that feeling like, hey, don't fuck with her, she's one of ours, type thing, which is really cool. They have a stare down. As I said, Dakota Kai looks like she's gonna crap her pants. Ember Moon comes out, gets in Shayna Baszler's face, says, you know, do you really want to go around one more time at TakeOver? Lays down the challenge. They brawl. There's a pull apart. Big let them fight chant from the crowd. The crowd was really decent tonight. One punch knockdown by Baszler, boot by Moon, high knee by Baszler. High knee by Baszler knocks out Ember Moon, and she's sort of lying across the corner of the top turnbuckle there. Baszler climbs up the turnbuckle and puts her in a Kimura over the ropes, sort of like a... If she leaned over any farther, she could have turned it into a modified tarantula, if that makes sense. While she's got her in the hold, Dakota Kai comes back and hits her with a boot and fucks off, which is great. Ember Moon gets the Eclipse, and when we get back from commercial break, it is confirmed that we are getting Moon Baszler 2 at TakeOver WrestleMania weekend, which is great, because we've heard a lot of rumors that it's going to be a triple threat with Kairi Sane and whatever, and that's fine, and it would be good as well. But if you want to let them go one more time and save the triple threat or save the Kairi Sane title match for TakeOver Brooklyn, there's no real problem with that either. And if you want to, I know she's playing sort of a minor role. She's playing kind of the victim role right now. But if you want to throw Dakota Kai in that scenario, then you got 4 women going for the title. Now it makes the title picture a little bit more robust. Now, as I said at the beginning, I really want Nikki Cross to be back in that mix. I really do. I think she's been I think she's become such a big star as part of SAnitY. They haven't focused really on making her a big star individually, which is really unfortunate because they were just starting to do that with her and Ruby Riott and Asuka when the 3 of them were sort of fighting over the title. You've also got Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, who, if rumors are to be believed, have been kept off TV because they both got boob jobs. To each their own. You got my girl Aaliyah, who isn't getting nearly the exposure that she deserves, and you got Bianca Belair, who is slowly starting to win me over. What else can I say? The women's division on NXT is pretty friggin' decent. You could pull any one of them out and put any other one of them in, and it'd be good. NXT Mississauga that I was at a while ago saw Ember Moon versus Bianca Belair, and it was a decent friggin' match. You also had... what did you have? You had my hometown girl Aaliyah taking on Nikki Cross at that show too, which was another decent match. Aaliyah, give her a bit more character and she can go too. It's fucking wonderful. Street Profits versus Heavy Machinery. One team that's known for a lot of fun stuff versus another team which is known for a completely different brand of fun stuff. Ford and Otis start the match, a headlock by Ford, and he absolutely gets bulldozed by Otis. And they go into the whole, he's the big bulldozer and all that sort of thing. Ford retreats to his corner. His partner hands him the black Solo cup and whatever, and then they have this cool little comedy moment shot where he offers the black Solo cup to Otis, and Otis drinks whatever the hell is in the black Solo cup as the crowd at center stage. I keep wanting to say Full Sail because that's what we're used to, but the crowd at center stage chanting drink, 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 and he does drink, and it's all good, and they're all having a good time until he revs himself back up. He sort of dozes up, I guess, if you want to do the whole hulking up. That didn't work at all, did it? But he hulks himself up and he hits a bunch of rolling clotheslines on Ford. Heavy Machinery spear Ford into Dawkins, and what I mean by that is they put Dawkins up and they hook him up on the second turnbuckle, much the same way that Goldust used to do when he was going to do the Shattered Dreams. They sort of hooked him up there, spread out like 4-post style. They pick up Ford, who's the smaller guy, and they spear him into his own partner, which is wonderful. Bear hug by Knight, lariat and some drop kicks by Dawkins, corner splash by Dawkins and a Thez press, corner splash by Knight, because anything you can do, I can do better. DDT by Dawkins, frog splash by Ford, and Street Profits get the win over Heavy Machinery. And it's good. And you see the Street Profits, because they're comedy guys, they can sort of pull this off. They are sort of looking surprised by their own victory. And I like that. It's a little bit of that Santino Marella winning the Intercontinental Championship. It's good, it's great, it's wonderful, but you're also kind of surprised that you did it. And I don't know how the brackets are going to break down. I don't have one in front of me, but if we get the Street Profits versus SAnitY in the next round, it'll be good. If we get Street Profits versus Authors of Pain, then it's been nice knowing the Street Profits. I don't know what to say about that. Now, I don't know when these shows were taped, I'm not going to lie, and there's rumors that Bobby Fish has been injured, so the tournament could be for the belts now. I don't know. They could do the whole Freebird New Day thing where it could be Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, baby, defending those titles on Undisputed Era's behalf, but if you've read the spoilers, you'll know that means Adam Cole doing double duty, and considering the other half of that double duty is a ladder match, I don't know if you want to do that much in one night. Speaking of Adam Cole versus Pete Dunne UK title match. Somehow I missed this announcement last week when I was doing my review, or else I would have hyped it up, but sorry, nose is itchy, we can ignore that. I'm getting really spoiled on Pete Dunne, honestly, because we've seen Pete Dunne face Tyler Bate a lot. We saw Pete Dunne take on Roderick Strong not too long ago. We're seeing Pete Dunne take on Adam Cole tonight. Sorry, I lost my train of thought entirely there. But also, and I'm going to go back to the Destiny thing once again, because he's also the Destiny champion, I've seen him defend Pete Dunne versus John Morrison. I've seen him defend Pete Dunne versus Austin Aries, and I'm about to see him defend Pete Dunne versus Marty Scurll. Now, I don't know whether I should be excited about that or not. Never seen Marty Scurll wrestle before in my life, on TV or otherwise. But I, personally, because I finally decided to give in and follow an indie in my backyard, I am getting a lot of Pete Dunne, and it's all good. I love the whole meticulous breakdown style that Pete Dunne has. Sorry, still feel like shit. Collar and elbow tie-up, and that doesn't last very long because Fish and O'Reilly are on the outside. Dunne heads out to stare them down and gets back into the ring and gets mudhole stomped by Cole and a front face lock for his trouble. One punch knocked down by Dunne, and Dunne immediately starts working the hand, working the fingers, twisting the wrist, working the shoulder, stepping on the shoulder. X-Plex on the ring apron by Dunne. X-Plex when they're back in the ring by Dunne. Both men trade punches for a while, and there's a corner enziguri by Dunne. Batista bomb by Dunne and a kick to the face. Backstabber by Cole and a key lock body scissor combination by Dunne. Pie face by Cole, and both men trade some, and I will say this, right? You know, the British strong style, the whole Japanese strong style. Pretty sure, Adam Cole's from Panama. Yeah, they call him the Panama City Playboy. So he's definitely American. You know, talk about the British style, strong style, talk about the Japanese strong style. You want to talk about two guys throwing vicious fucking forearms? Check out this part of this match between Pete Dunne and Adam Cole. Enziguri and a super kick by Adam Cole. Enziguri by Dunne, because anything you can do, I can do better. And a boot, not a beat, by Cole gets an NXT chant from this crowd that has been paying attention all night and participating all night. Snap German suplex by Dunne. Super kick by Cole. Dunne works the fingers once again. The Undisputed Era come in because they've had enough. They save their leader. Dunne wins by disqualification. They brawl 3-on-1 until Roderick Strong comes in to make the save, and the two babyfaces chase away the three heels, because that's how wrestling math works. Now Strong offers his hand to Dunne to shake his hand out of respect and whatever. Doesn't quite shake his hand, but gives him sort of a cocky pat on the shoulder, like, yeah, you just saved my ass, but I'm not going to completely, like, be your buddy, as you would expect from Pete Dunne, which is good. And it was short. There could have been more to it. There was a lot more attention paid to the guys on the outside that I would have liked personally, but it does lay the groundwork. I would like to see this match again later on down the line, but as we know what Adam Cole's doing as we head into TakeOver, I don't think that's going to happen right now. I do hope that there's a UK Championship match on TakeOver, because that means we'll have 5 title matches. Oh yes. When we get to that other championship that's going to be on that certain type of match, we can talk about that later on. But speaking of title matches at TakeOver, we have William Regal out with the contract to sign the contract between Andrade Cien Almas and Aleister Black. Aleister Black makes his big, dark, brooding entrance, and we wait for Andrade Cien Almas. But there is no Andrade Cien Almas. There is only the Spanish Trish Stratus, Zelina Vega, in his place. Zelina comes out, talks some shit, and not only does Aleister Black ignore her, he, you know, isn't even looking. He sort of goes about his business, moving the table out of the way. He does his sitting Indian style in the middle of the ring, kind of like CM Punk. He's kind of funny in this promo, because he's like, okay, I'm going to sit down, now I can talk to you on your level. And where the crowd would usually chant too sweet, they're chanting too short at Zelina Vega, which is fine, which is wonderful. And Aleister Black makes a couple more comments. It's like, are you worried that your buddy Aleister is going to be like you and not quite measure up? And it makes a bunch of short jokes, really, realistically, which is weird, because it's kind of like the Ember Moon thing that I've talked to you guys about in the past, where she comes out and she's sort of like this female Finn Balor, demonic sort of phantom character, and then they have her doing promos in the back, and she really does talk like a normal person. Aleister Black kind of did the same thing here. I don't know why it works, because he is an intense guy, so there's an intensity behind the humor, but Zelina Vega slaps him in the face, and he sort of smiles and leaves, and it plants that seed in the mind of the fans, where it's like, yeah, Zelina just slapped me in the face, but her guy's gonna pay for that later on down the line. He does take a microphone with him as he's leaving, though, and he says, it's actually a great thing that you came alone, because I didn't. Candice LeRae comes out avenging her husband, as it were. The ladies brawl to end the show, and I figured they were going to do the Miss LeRae's Wild Ride, which I think is a fantastic name for a finishing maneuver. She does, I think they might have botched it a little bit at the end, but she does sort of a half-ass running bulldog, almost a stratisfaction off the second turnbuckle, which was good enough. Left Zelina Vega laying, and Almas will be pissed off about that next week, I'm sure. The show ends with Aleister Black and Candice LeRae standing triumphant on the stage, which is always nice. Like I say, a lot of stuff for one show. You had the UK title. You had the Undisputed Era looking strong. You had Roderick Strong, pun intended, still reminding us that he exists after losing his spot in the Cruiserweight tournament, because timing is everything. So he's there. Pete Dunne had another successful title defense, even though it was by DQ. Undisputed Era looked strong. 2 great tag teams advanced in the Cruiserweight tournament. Like I said, Dakota Kai came back. Jobberelli and Gimmick Lost are no longer in the tournament, along with TM61. They can sit back there in NXT catering. It's all good. We got 2 title matches set for TakeOver. We got Baszler versus Moon 2. We got Almas versus Black, which is going to be amazing. And that's about all you can cram into a 1-hour NXT show. Now, I'm sure next week we're going to get more matches for the Dusty Classic. I don't really know what else we're saying, because unless I missed some graphics, they didn't really advertise a whole bunch for next week, but I'm sure we will get more tournament matches for the Dusty Classic. Before that, though, please join me for the 205 Live review. The very last semi-final match between Drew Gulak and Mustafa Ali. Basically, we're going to watch Mustafa Ali punch his card to WrestleMania. Hope you guys join me, but until then, I've been Spaz, your YWC Reality Check. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation, keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I'll talk to each and every last one of you later, but for right now, I am tagging out. Bye, guys.
You're a freak like me.